because my main problem with Viking Samurai is he's way too flipping nice to everyone on this show. And people on his show will just, like, clearly be telling outright lies. And he's like, oh, cool, that's awesome, man. Yeah, like, go into more detail. I'm like, what? Stop. Challenge them at some point.
No, but see, I you're not wrong. But as a podcast interview, so I used to do a podcast for like a bunch of years, like a comic book podcast, and like have a bunch of guests on and stuff. And so I think it's another reason why, because sometimes people have the same criticism about other big podcaster hosts. Like Joe Rogan's a good example. It's like sometimes you'll have somebody on there where you're like, hey Joe, maybe you could just call him out on some bullshit right now. How about that? Or like Lex Friedman. I would like the only time I've ever seen him get aggressive was with Kanye that one time, because he was like way the fuck out of line. And Lex, like myself, both Jewish.
Line away.
But that's to say, like, I appreciate how David doesn't sometimes do that, because then he'll just have that. He's just like getting them to keep talking. You know, he's not giving them resistance. He's like kind of a little bit host jujitsuing more bullshit out of that person, because it's like I don't want to have them stop and have them argue. I want that person to go like I want to hear Frank Dukes really go in hard and like and just like see, because it then allows me to know how his brain works. It's like you just ask him a question and ask him and just keep letting him talk to you.
I get what you're saying there, because like the host should just get more out of him, but I think it's the difference between like allowing them to do it and encouragement. Because Viking Samurai gives a lot of encouragement to people that do not need encouragement.
I think though sometimes it's kind of like he's like egging them on, because like if you'll watch his face closely, and I don't know if this is true, but like I feel like it's him and Jesse Enkamp. I thought they do the same thing, where they're really good at keeping a straight face.
But this is about speed, not strength.
No.
Deception.
No. Not seeing.
And be like, oh yeah, really? Oh yeah. But somewhere inside, I feel like that it's actually they're not mocking the person, but they're like, yeah, no, that's perfect. Just keep on giving it to me.
I hope it is that. But like, I've seen a few Viking Samurai videos, and that's not what it seems like to me. It's possible though, because if I have like an off-camera conversation with Viking Samurai, and he's like, some people are idiots, but you just got to get them talking, then I would actually respect him a lot more. Like, that would actually be pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I think so I don't know if it actually is what it sometimes seems like, but I think that because he always refuses to give his own opinion, that tells me that it actually might be what he's doing, because like he never says like, you know, he doesn't turn around and be like, yeah, I talked to Frank Dukes and he's full of shit, like, because first of all, you're probably not going to get people back on your show that way, right? Like, yeah. And you're not going to get new guests if they watch, you know, one interview and then see you're like talking shit on your guest like immediately afterwards.
Trash it the whole time, yeah.
Yeah.
And as a tactic to continue getting guests and whatnot, like, I get it. Like, I don't like it a lot, but I get it, and it's understandable. I just can't imagine doing it because I'm so freaking confrontational on people. Like, I would never be able to do that. Oh my gosh.